Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another electrifying episode where coins turn into cash, history comes alive, and hidden treasures reveal their true worth. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about American nickels in the collecting world, the 1963 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark. A coin that looks ordinary on the outside, but hides stories, value, and secrets on the inside. Fasten your seatbelts, because what you're about to hear might just inspire you to search your change jar today. In the world of coin collecting, certain coins gain fame, not just because of how old they are, but because of their rarity, condition, and historical context. The 1963 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark is one such piece. It wasn't just another coin that rolled off the press. It was a witness to a unique era in American history. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark at the time, this coin stands apart for more reasons than one. Back in 1963, the United States was experiencing tremendous cultural and political change. The country was on the brink of the space age, civil rights movements were gaining momentum, and the economy was undergoing shifts. Amidst this, millions of these Jefferson nickels were minted. Yet, only a small number managed to survive the test of time in pristine condition. That's where the real value lies. You see, while many people handled this coin during everyday transactions, only a rare few were set aside and preserved in flawless quality. These are the coins that collectors hunt for today, the ones untouched by time, bearing razor-sharp details, and shimmering with original mint luster. And let me tell you, finding such a coin is like striking silver in your own pocket. What makes the 1963 Jefferson nickel, without a mint mark, especially valuable, is not just its age, but the demand it has gained in recent years. Coin collectors around the world have developed a deep interest in mid-century coins, and this nickel fits perfectly into that sweet spot. The design by Felix Schlag has become iconic, and coins from the early 60s are gaining popularity due to their limited number of surviving high-grade examples. This particular coin, when found in uncirculated or proof-like condition, can command incredible prices. Imagine this, a seemingly simple 5-cent piece that can be worth up to $3,000, or even more if graded MS-67 full steps, by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Yes, you heard that right. Thousands of dollars for a coin most people overlook. That's the magic of numismatics. So what are full steps, you might ask? It refers to the staircase detail on Monticello, the building depicted on the reverse of the Jefferson nickel. A coin with all 6 steps sharply struck and clearly visible is considered a premium find. Only a fraction of 1963 nickels, especially those with no mint mark, have this kind of detail. And because the dies used for striking coins wore down quickly, full steps coins are exceedingly rare from this year. Collectors and investors alike are actively hunting for these gems. Coin shows, auctions, and online platforms are buzzing with activity surrounding high-grade 1963 nickels. And here's where it gets exciting for you. There could be one sitting in your home, waiting to be discovered. All it takes is a sharp eye, a magnifying glass, and a little knowledge. Now let's talk motivation. Why should you care? Because this is your chance to turn a common coin into a collector's dream. We're not talking about sending it off for scrap or tossing it in a piggy bank. We're talking about finding that one flawless coin that could change your financial story. The highest auction prices have crossed the $6,000 mark, and the market continues to climb as more collectors enter the scene. The history behind this nickel is fascinating. Thomas Jefferson, the face of the coin, was not only a founding father, but the author of the Declaration of Independence and the 3rd President of the United States. His legacy lives on through this coin, making it not just a piece of currency, but a piece of American heritage. Holding one in your hand is like holding a slice of democracy, innovation, and historical pride. And let's not forget the fact that the Philadelphia Mint, where this no mint mark nickel was born, was the first official mint of the United States, established way back in 1792. It's a place where history is made, and coins like this one are the result of centuries of minting tradition. This coin is a connection to that proud lineage. The demand for error coins, variations, and flawless specimens has never been higher. If your 1963 Jefferson nickel has something slightly off, like a doubled die, a repunched date, or off-center strike, it could be even more valuable. Errors add uniqueness, and uniqueness adds dollars. So the question is, do you have the eye to spot a treasure? Are you ready to dig through your collection, visit coin shops, and check online auctions for a 1963 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel that could be your golden ticket? Because people are buying. The market is hot, and rare nickels are being snapped up at record speeds. This is not just about collecting. It's about investing, preserving history, and discovering hidden wealth in plain sight. A coin like this brings value in many forms: monetary, educational, historical, and inspirational. Whether you're a new collector or a seasoned enthusiast, the 1963 Jefferson nickel is a must-watch, must-find, and must-keep. So, my friends, as you empty your coin jars tonight or flip through old rolls from the bank, keep your eyes open for that glimmer of greatness. The 1963 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark could be your gateway to something incredible. A 5-cent piece that could be worth thousands. That's not just a coin, that's a legacy in your hands. Next up, the 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. If you've got one in your collection, you might be holding on to a valuable gem, possibly worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Stay with us, because what you're about to learn could change the way you look at your pocket change forever. The 1964 Jefferson nickel marks a significant chapter in American coinage history. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark at that time, this coin was produced during a very turbulent and transitional period in the United States. The nation was grappling with coin shortages, rising metal prices, and economic shifts. As a result, the mint had to take emergency measures to meet the demand for circulating coinage. But what sets the 1964 nickel apart from the rest? First and foremost, 1964 was the final year that the Jefferson nickel was made using a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel before changes were considered. But even more intriguing is the sheer quantity struck. Over 1 billion coins were made. Still, within this massive production run, certain rare varieties and errors were born, including those with sharp strikes, full steps on Monticello, and striking anomalies that collectors are obsessed with. Now, let's talk about that missing mint mark. The absence of a mint mark indicates the coin was minted in Philadelphia. While this was common for coins of that era, what makes some 1964 Philadelphia nickels so valuable is their rarity in pristine condition, or with unique characteristics. Over time, most of these nickels entered circulation and were heavily worn, making high-grade examples incredibly desirable today. But here's the real kicker. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A 1964 Jefferson nickel, without a mint mark that is uncirculated, has full steps on Monticello's design, and is graded at MS65 or higher can fetch significant premiums. In fact, certain coins have sold for up to $7,000 at major auctions, and private collectors may even pay more for the perfect piece. What truly makes the 1964 no-mint mark nickel valuable isn't just its age. It's the quality, rarity, and story behind it. Coins with strong details, brilliant luster, and those preserved in near-perfect condition are incredibly scarce. Combine that with a passionate collector base, and you've got the perfect recipe for a high-value coin. Throughout the years, this humble nickel has become a legendary find among treasure hunters. Many numismatists spend years hunting for high-grade examples, and some lucky individuals have even discovered rare errors from 1964, including double dies and off-center strikes, which can increase the value even further. These error coins can sometimes exceed $10,000, depending on their rarity and visual appeal. Imagine digging through your grandfather's old coin jar, or checking the loose change in your drawer, and finding a 1964 Jefferson nickel that could change your financial future. That's the kind of excitement that keeps collectors searching and dreaming. It's not just about the money, it's about the thrill, the history, and the legacy that each of these coins represents. The 1964 Jefferson nickel also carries the legacy of Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers, and the author of the Declaration of Independence. The coin's design features a classic portrait of Jefferson on the obverse, with Monticello, his famous Virginia estate, on the reverse. It's not just currency. It's a miniature monument to American history. What adds another layer of value is the craftsmanship. Coins that display full steps on Monticello are extremely rare from 1964, especially from the Philadelphia Mint. These full steps, nickels show complete detail on the steps of Monticello's portico, something only a perfectly struck coin can deliver. Collectors pay a premium for these flawless examples. If you're lucky enough to own a 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in brilliant uncirculated condition, now is the time to get it appraised. Submit it to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC, and you might be astonished by its value. Who knows, you might be sitting on a mini fortune. We urge every viewer watching this to go through your change, search through your drawers, and look carefully at your coin collections. That one small coin you overlooked could be worth far more than you ever imagined. The 1964 no-mint-mark Jefferson nickel is one of those hidden treasures that continues to surprise collectors across the world. And while many people overlook coins without mint marks, the truth is that coins like the 1964 nickel are historical artifacts that tell us a story. They connect us to our past, to a time when America was changing rapidly and coins were made to withstand generations. The craftsmanship, the history, and the potential value make this coin a true collector's dream. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting out, never underestimate the power of knowledge and observation. Every time you hold a coin in your hand, you could be one step closer to an incredible discovery. And here's a motivating thought for you. Coins like the 1964 Jefferson nickel remind us that true value is often hiding in plain sight. Sometimes the rarest treasures are sitting right in our homes, waiting to be noticed. Remember, the most valuable things in life are often overlooked, until someone with vision sees their worth. So go ahead, check your coins, explore your collections, and never stop believing that a small coin can lead to a big fortune. Next up, the 1965 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark. At first glance, the 1965 Jefferson nickel might seem like just another old coin from your change jar, but today we're here to prove just how wrong that thought can be. This coin is not just metal, it's a piece of American heritage, a collectible gem that is gaining more attention in the coin market than ever before. Produced during a transitional era in US coinage, the 1965 nickel holds a special place in American history. The mid-1960s were a turbulent time for the US Mint. Silver was being removed from circulating coins due to rising metal prices, and as a result, coins struck in this period, especially without mint marks, became the focus of intense collector interest. This particular Jefferson nickel, struck in 1965 with no mint mark, was part of a strategy by the US Mint to discourage coin hoarding. As a result, mint marks were omitted from all coins between 1965 and 1967. That fact alone makes this coin unique. It's not just about what the coin shows, it's about what it doesn't show that makes it so valuable. Millions of these nickels were minted, but not all of them were preserved in pristine condition. That's where the value truly begins to rise. Collectors all over the world are hunting for high-grade specimens, coins that have never seen circulation or show minimal wear. The rarity increases dramatically when you find a 1965 Jefferson nickel in a brilliant uncirculated or full steps condition. So how many people want to buy this coin today? The answer might surprise you. With coin collecting trending across online auctions, social media, and even dedicated investing platforms, the demand for rare vintage nickels has surged. Thousands of collectors, from seasoned investors to curious beginners, are actively searching for 1965 Jefferson nickels that meet premium standards. The desire is growing each day. Now let's talk about the value. While common circulated examples may not break the bank, it's the high-grade coins that change the game entirely. A flawless or nearly flawless 1965 Jefferson nickel, graded by trusted agencies like PCGS or NGC, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Yes, that's right. Coins that were once worth just 5 cents can now be valued at over $8,000, depending on their condition. That's the power of rarity and condition combined with history. The record sale of a 1965 Jefferson nickel took place when a superb gem, graded MS67 with full steps, was auctioned and sold for an astounding amount. These coins are not just collectibles, they are investments that continue to appreciate as time goes on. The beauty of this nickel goes beyond its monetary value. It features the iconic image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by Felix Schlag, a tribute to one of America's founding fathers. The reverse showcases Jefferson's historic home, Monticello, symbolizing stability and legacy. Coins like the 1965 Jefferson nickel remind us that sometimes the most unassuming objects can hold the greatest worth. Each scratch, shine, and preserved detail tells a story. And collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that tell that story clearly and with integrity. Why was this coin made in the first place? The Jefferson nickel was introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel, and the design remained consistent for decades. By 1965, due to the coin shortage and rising silver prices, the US Mint decided to remove mint marks to keep collectors from hoarding freshly minted coins. That decision, meant to discourage collectors, ironically made these coins even more collectible in the long run. Every 1965 Jefferson nickel you come across could be a hidden treasure. Maybe it's in your grandfather's drawer, a dusty box of coins, or even in your own piggy bank. The thrill of finding one in exceptional condition is like discovering a forgotten gem from the past. And that's what drives people across the world to pursue this nickel with so much passion. Coin shows, auctions, Facebook groups, and YouTube communities are filled with collectors eager to get their hands on a valuable 1965 Jefferson nickel. It's not just about owning the coin, it's about owning a story, a moment in American economic and design history. Imagine turning a simple nickel into a small fortune. Imagine finding a coin worth over $1,000 in your own home. That's not just luck, that's the reward of knowledge and awareness. And now that you know what to look for, your chances just improved. This coin has value not only because of its scarcity and high grade, but also due to its historical context, design continuity, and growing market demand. It's a combination of artistry and economic significance, wrapped in a piece of nickel and copper alloy. If you're watching this, maybe this is your sign to start your own search. Go through those jars, check your old collections, and who knows? The next rare and valuable 1965 Jefferson nickel might be waiting in your hands. Collectors today are smarter, more connected, and more determined than ever. The demand for this coin is real. It's hot, and its value continues to climb as high-quality pieces disappear into private collections. So don't wait. Dive into the hunt. Share this video, spread the word, and inspire others to uncover this hidden American treasure. Because when you hold a 1965 Jefferson nickel in top condition, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding a piece of history worth far more than face value. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of how a 5-cent piece became a prized collectible in the world of numismatics. Start searching, stay motivated, and who knows, your jackpot might be just a nickel away. Next up, the 1966 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark. This old coin may look ordinary at first glance, but by the end of this video, you'll see just how special and rare it truly is. This isn't just any coin, it's a forgotten masterpiece of American coinage history. Now, imagine holding a piece of history in your hands. A coin that not only reflects the legacy of a great American president, but also represents a turning point in the evolution of US currency. The 1966 Jefferson nickel, while seemingly common, holds secrets that collectors around the world are eager to unlock. Its history, its condition, and its mysterious minting story make it a prized possession for those who truly know its worth. This coin was born during a fascinating period in US minting history. After the coin shortage of the early 1960s, the United States Mint suspended the use of mint marks to discourage coin hoarding. That's why the 1966 nickel doesn't carry the familiar D for Denver or S for San Francisco. Instead, it stands on its own, minted in Philadelphia, but without any identifying mark. That alone already adds mystery and uniqueness to this historic piece. What makes the 1966 Jefferson nickel, without a mint mark, especially valuable, is not just its age, but also the possibility of finding it in rare conditions. While millions were produced, few have survived the decades in pristine condition. Those found in uncirculated or proof-like quality, shining with sharp details and full steps on Monticello, are the true stars of this series. These are the coins that collectors are willing to pay a premium for, sometimes up to several thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. While the average 1966 nickel may trade for pocket change, those rare high-grade examples, especially with full steps, flawless surfaces, and original luster, have fetched as much as $6,000 to $8,000 at auction. That's not just a profit. That's a fortune for a 5-cent coin. Imagine finding that treasure in an old jar or a dusty drawer at home. That's the magic of coin collecting. You might be wondering, how many people are actually interested in buying such a coin? The answer is, many more than you think. Across the US and beyond, thousands of numismatists and collectors constantly scout coin shows, online marketplaces, and private collections in search of a perfect 1966 Jefferson nickel. Its combination of historical relevance and hidden rarity makes it a true collector's gem. Online platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections frequently showcase listings for Jefferson nickels, and whenever a 1966 nickel with high grade pops up, it attracts significant bidding wars. It's not uncommon to see dozens of bidders competing for one exceptional piece. The demand is real, and it's growing every year as coin collectors recognize the value locked in these coins. But it's not just the condition that defines value. Error coins from 1966 have also emerged: double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks, each pushing the coin's price even higher. These error versions are even more desirable, as they bring with them the aura of uniqueness and a story of minting mishaps that fascinate experts and enthusiasts alike. Let's take a step back and appreciate the man honored on this nickel. Thomas Jefferson, third President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence, was a true visionary. His Monticello home, featured on the reverse of the coin, symbolizes innovation, architecture, and intellect. This isn't just a coin, it's a tribute to American greatness. Designed by artist Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel first debuted in 1938. By the time 1966 rolled around, the nickel had become a staple of everyday life in America. But under the surface, the 1966 version stands apart due to the political and economic changes influencing the minting process. The removal of mint marks created a challenge for future generations, identifying and preserving the few high-quality pieces from that massive mintage. It's easy to overlook such a coin because it lacks the shiny proof packaging or the limited mintage numbers of commemorative coins. But make no mistake, the 1966 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark is the quiet hero of American numismatics. It hides in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by those with an eye for detail and a heart for history. And if you're wondering how to check if your 1966 nickel is valuable, examine it closely. Look at the steps on Monticello. Are they clear and uninterrupted? That's a major value booster. Is the surface smooth, free from scratches, and full of luster? That's another sign you might have a treasure on your hands. And if you notice any unusual errors, well, you could be sitting on a gold mine. So, why is this coin so valuable? It's valuable because of its story. It's valuable because of its condition. It's valuable because of the demand. And most of all, it's valuable because it defies expectations. A simple nickel from 1966, without even a mint mark, can be worth hundreds, even thousands, if you find the right buyer and the right grade. Now, collectors from all walks of life, whether beginners or experts, are turning their attention to Jefferson nickels. The 1966 no mint mark nickel is rising in popularity, being added to wish lists, showcased in coin albums, and hunted down at auctions. Its reputation is growing, and those who recognize its potential early will benefit the most. You don't need to be a millionaire to start collecting. All you need is curiosity and a sharp eye. Coins like the 1966 Jefferson nickel offer a perfect entry into the exciting world of coin collecting, a world where history, beauty, and value all come together in your hands. So, next time you get change at a store or dig into an old coin jar, take a closer look. You might just find one of these hidden gems. That humble nickel could be the key to unlocking hundreds or thousands of dollars in unexpected value. The thrill of discovery is what makes coin collecting so rewarding. And the 1966 Jefferson nickel proves that sometimes the most valuable things in life are hiding in plain sight. This coin is not just metal. It's a piece of American heritage, a symbol of mid-century change, and a reminder that fortune truly favors the observant. Keep hunting, keep learning, and keep believing, because the next time you look down at your spare change, you might just be holding a fortune. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories about the coins that could change your life.